look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
At the 49-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At their own 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
McMillan.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Dolphins 19, Falcons 7. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for
now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, team. Let's go. 43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
To kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Got some room at the 30, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, here's Breida. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown Falcons. Now the Falcons will bring the offense back out, and they'll go for 2.
The Falcons.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Dominate on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here comes Webster. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
49-yard line.
Dances by him. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
19.
They run. It's Gurley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Well, probably the only thing you did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Now this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play. First down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. 30. The 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again they run with Gurley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hunter Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after try for Gostkowski. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Falcons 29, Dolphins 19. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick
now
off.
Following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and now it's 3rd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. They're complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Watch 9, watch 9.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Going deep here for Parker. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the counter, Gurley. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
On for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Roethlisberger's pass.
25 yards that time. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
26.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Atlanta, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to Patriots.